Hello and welcome to Miss Charlotte Astrology. I'm Charlotte, a full-time working astrologer, and on this YouTube channel I analyze the astrological charts of public figures, and very often they are celebrities. And today I'm analyzing a Synastry chart, that of two extremely famous people that I know very little about, a Jonas brother, Joe Jonas, and the Queen of the North, Game of Thrones actress, Sophie Turner. This is not a completely blind reading. I know a little bit about these people. So if you are mega fans of either and what I say is corresponding to knowledge, like intimate knowledge you may have of them, please put it down in the comments. Write it down. I'm open to also being incorrect because I'm not a psychic. I'm just an astrologer. Okay, there's a difference. Let's get into it. Boy. I am very aware that he filed for divorce first, but it's only because she was dissatisfied and unhappy first, and he knew it. And he has a lot of pride, and he is the main character in this relationship, and she is the much younger, almost child bride. He has a problem with relationships that lack boundaries, and the reason why is because his Venus, while in Virgo, which is a Virgo, Venus is very, they like to say they're high standards. They're very neurotic Venus, I will say. They can be lovely to all of you that have Virgo Venuses. Hi, I'm a Taurus Venus. I understand that it matters that someone not be broke and messy. I get it, like love is not just a feeling. Love is an everyday act of service, and that's what Virgo is about. So I admire that very much, and I understand that. But a Virgo Venus is not in its best placement. Venus in Pisces is exalted. Venus Virgo is not. It's very fallen. Detriment. In its detriment. So while it's an everyday kind of love, it's very of service. There's a reason why they stayed together for as long as they have. A Venus in the 12th house for him is a love that knows no boundaries, which can be beautiful. So it's kind of like a Venus in Pisces in a way, because it's in the Pisces house. But he is very prone to relationships that are taboo, forbidden, not allowed, relationships that are secretive. And I'm also wondering if he has been unfaithful. The reason why is because he has, in his own chart, I have to go down. I have their charts individually. So if we look here at his chart by itself, his Venus lies in the 12th house of the unseen and the forbidden, right? So that's already a little bit of a red flag. I am a little bit aware that his relationship with Sophie, while not illegal, there was certainly a very large age gap. She was a teenager, wasn't she? Not as smart as him, and he liked that. That there is definitely a superiority complex that can come with heavy Leo and Virgo placements. They have high standards, but they also like to be in control. They need to be with someone who's a little bit more messy than they are, someone that they can clean up and help. Charity turns them on a little bit sometimes. They need me. And, if they're going to be of service to someone, that person could also potentially be enslaved to them. Just a little bit. Not too much, hopefully. And he has his Jupiter with this red line. Jupiter square Venus. Does anyone know if he's been unfaithful? Because I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Everything is alleged for funsies only. This is just for entertainment purposes only. But if Jupiter is squaring Venus and he has been unfaithful, I called it. And he does enjoy relationships that are hidden in the dark. Stolen kisses with naughty people that he shouldn't be with, He likes that. But he would really like to have a partner that can be locked away with him. That's why they're quite private, right? Are they private? I've seen them on red carpets, but they're low key. I know they're a big famous couple, but they seem to I don't see them as a couple like Blake. Blake and Ryan. I didn't see them like that. But I don't know these people at all. So I just feel like he has her locked away. He has control. He's a Leo. He's a showman. He's got his South Node in a conjunction with his sun, so he gets fame very young. The 11th house is the public. Was he famous as a child? Were the Jonas Brothers like the Bee Gees, like just on TV shows when they were little? Were they like Disney stars or something? That's what I'm seeing here. I'm a Disney star. He's a he's a performer. He's a Leo. I can sing. I can dance. I can, look at me. I can paint a picture. I need an audience. And that's his South Node. So people with their South Node by their sun, think Kate Middleton, when they grow up, they're always praised. You're doing the right thing. Wow, you're so shiny. You're amazing. You're so talented. And the North Node of Destiny, where he's going, is in the same sign as the moon, not in a conjunction, but still. He's going to not lose his fame, but he will get less famous and likely live a more quiet life. The moon in Aquarius is a little bit disconnected though. So I'm wondering exactly how close to his family, how close is he to his family really? Because he has that Libra rising with a Cancer midheaven, which is very boy next door, girl next door. Think Britney Spears, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ewan McGregor, Jennifer Aniston. Like, it is that, sweet girl or boy next door. It's a very wholesome, traditional image. Cancer is the sign of the home and the domestic sphere. And it's up on the midheaven of public appearance. This is what he looks like to people. And having Chiron here, he does really well when he's wounded, when he's this long-suffering father. Oh, woe is me. Like, he can really look like the good guy in this. He does well when if he can play victim well, it will be good for his reputation. But I think he needs to be aware that, and that's why he's in trouble. It's because he is just too contrived. And that's with all this Virgo. He's being sneaky. 12th house is hidden enemies. Why is the Venus there? And why is the Juno, the asteroid that represents marriage, there? Well, he turns against his partners real quick. Does he flip a lot? What did Taylor Swift write about him? Yeah, so he is going to, as he gets older, he will have to quieten down. He needs to learn how to be a father. Neptune is in his 4th house. How messy is his family? Is there drinking? Is there abuse? I'm not, I don't know. But this doesn't look comfortable. Were they pushed into work? There's just a lot. Why? The Capricorn, there's this lot of Capricorn, and there's 2 malefics in here. Three if we count Uranus. So this just looks a little bit chaotic. He was put to work quite young. Yeah, it's a very Britney Spears-ish chart. He even has the Mars and Virgo as well. So is he good at dancing? He's good at playing the instruments. He's really good with his body. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing for him. Sneaky boy. You can watch yourself, sir. Let's move up to her chart and see what she's like. So I'm gonna there we go. She's a lot of Aries and she's a lot of Pisces. That makes sense. He's a Libra rising with Aries on his 7th house. I'm about to get up their Synastry chart, but she really does embody the perfect partner for him. With these planets right here. I can't zoom in. There we go. You can zoom in. So her south node of the early part of her life or past life, the energy that she's familiar with, is in a conjunction with Venus, which is love, relationships, right? And the moon, which is the domestic sphere. So very often I see this in people's charts, and they become mothers quite early on in life, very, very young. Like they settle down into that mother role, that, you know, the mother and the lover and the, you know, carer role. And then they break free and they go into their north node. After they buy the house, have the kids, get married, they just might leave all of it and get a divorce. I see that all the time, especially around the Saturn return, when you are like, I need to achieve my north node. Let me get out of here. I'm trapped. So she definitely feels trapped in this relationship in his 7th house. So I'm not surprised that she wants to leave. I know he filed first, but that's only because she wanted to leave first, and he got ahead of it because he didn't want her to win, because he's a Leo. He blindsided her totally. I think he thinks she's dumber than he is. He thinks she's dumber than he is. Silly little Pisces, Aries, you're such an airhead. But she's not. She's Queen of the North. She is a Pisces with a Mars in a conjunction with the Sun. She can be an independent hothead. I know Pisces are sweet and they can be incredibly codependent and needy. But she's fire. And with the, you know, 2 planets in Aries and Mars, which rules Aries in a conjunction with the Sun, she's sensitive. She doesn't start fights. She finishes them. And that's exactly why she's countersued him. And she's got Jupiter in Capricorn, which is really, really good for his 4th house. Her placements, let's just get to it. I really like her, actually. I'm not saying she's perfect. I think she can be a little bit messy. Let me just... Okay. So, here we go. Do you see how on his descendant, that marks out the 7th house of relationships, her Venus sits right there. Venus rules the 7th house. Her Venus, her love, her resources, her heart, her kisses, or her loving maternal energy, her sexual energy is just all in that 7th house of partnerships. They really had a strong bond. I won't lie. There was some real love. There's real love there, or was. And then all of her Pisces placements, her Saturn, her Sun, her Mars are in his 6th house, where he barely has anything but this part of fortune. So she really unlocks those domestic spaces, you know, like she works well, or did work well with him, and she held the fort. And on top of that, what's this? Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck, is pretty much sitting on that IC, sitting in that 4th house, expanding the family. She gave him children. The reason why he's going to achieve his destiny, and he doesn't even realize this because he's such a silly goose. She was everything, you know. I think he took her for granted. Of course he did. He took her for granted. And she was dissatisfied with that. I do believe her when she said at that time during the pandemic, I'm an introvert. Of course she was. Her placements sit in his 6th and 7th house, where he was the main character and the social butterfly and the man of all the moments. And she was there to support him, wearing an apron and looking after the kids. When you put their charts together, she is not the main character. And that sucks because she's an Aries. And Aries, well, she's a Pisces, but has heavy Aries. Her Aries are the main characters. So I really do think she just got sick of this. I mean, she's coming out of her south node and she's going to her north node, and he will take her there. She takes him to his domestic sphere, the north node with the moon. I gave you children. I gave you a family. They have daughters together. That's what she did for him. She got him there. She's the blue. And his Lilith, female destructive energy, toxicity sits on her North Node of Destiny. So this marriage will not end cleanly. It will not be peaceful. Her North Node is in Libra, which is a very peaceful sign. It's got Chiron there, but Chiron's hurt. Chiron's really hurt. He really like tickles that wound that she has around Libra things. I don't know what time she was born. It would help me if I knew where that wound played out, but Chiron in Libra is a wound of partnerships. They can be platonic, they can be romantic, they can be business, but she has a wound of partnerships and she has to learn to work with people. I think that's why she locks herself away in this South Node with this Aries in the house. I'm an introvert. But now she wants to break free and she wants to talk to people and cooperate with others and really work on being a bit more open and a bit more of an extrovert. I know Aries is not an introverted energy, but when you have the domestic sphere, the moon here, yeah, it's introverted and it's alone. It's alone on top of the mountain in a house, wearing an apron. So, yeah, and he's not going to make this easy for her. But you know what? He better watch his back, his midheaven, which is his reputation, his career. Her Lilith lies on that. So she's going to make him look very bad if he wants to be nasty. She will happily hit below the belt. She doesn't care about what people think. The combination of Leo and Virgo together very much cares about the way people perceive him. He really cares about that. And that's where she'll hurt him. She'll make him look like the bad guy. And if he has been unfaithful, that will come out. When you have like any charts, right? If someone's Lilith lies on your midheaven, doesn't necessarily mean that they mean to hurt you or they're going to, or like, it doesn't mean that, like, in terms of reputation, they have the power to, though. You know, like Meghan and Harry, they have each other's Liliths on each other's midheaven. So when they're together, as much as there is some real chemistry and real love there, they make each other look bad. They disgrace each other being together. And that's what she can do. That's what Sophie Turner can do to Joe Jonas. So he needs to watch his back. They both have each other's Liliths on each other's Chirons. It's toxic. They have some cute synastry, though. I won't lie. Like the moon, his moon is on her Mercury. You know, the moon is the home, intimate things, right? Emotional processing, emotional regulation, and her Mercury pretty much sits on there. So that's words, that's intellectual nature. I'm wondering if she very much is the therapist. Like, you know, she listens to him, or did. And yeah, she held down the fort. She's very much a domestic goddess in his chart anyway. I think she's just very sick of that, playing that role now. I would really like to know what time she was born. But yeah, they have some cute synastry. It's a shame. This is going to be a nasty divorce. There is a lot of love. That's why there's going to be a lot of savagery here. Do you remember? I don't know if you've watched it, but I talked about Sam and Britney. There's a similar energy here. So Britney Spears, just like Joe Jonas, is a Libra rising. So her chart is set out very similarly to Joe Jonas, and Sam Asghari has his Sun, his Mercury, his Venus, and Saturn, I believe, all in her 6th house. This is very similar. Although Sophie's a very different person to Sam Asghari. I'm not saying that she's like Sam Asghari, not at all. But she really helps Joe structure his life better. She makes his life better in that respect. And that's why she is in that relationship. She is this domestic goddess introvert, and she doesn't want to be that way anymore. Because the 7th and the 6th house, that's not main character energy. That's supporting character energy. And you need support in your life. But she wants to shine. It is her time to be bejeweled and be a Taylor Swift song. That's why she's going out with her. That's why they're going on these dinner dates together. Oh, must hurt to be him right now. But yeah, this is Sophie and Joe Jonas, it's gonna get nasty. There's just it's so funny how they're such opposites. You know, she's very Pisces Aries and he's very Virgo Leo. Yeah, there's that Pisces Virgo opposition with the Mars. Yeah, the Mars is the opposite, which could be quite complementary usually, but he's very precise and very organized and very calculated. He started the fight. She'll end it. She'll just drop bombs on him. She knows all his dirty little secrets. This is going to be very entertaining. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Currently, I have 50% off my 20-minute recorded readings. So if you are interested, please go to my Calendly. Once they're sold out, and I will never do 50% off again for that. I'm very tired already. And yeah, please check out my other videos. Please like and subscribe and click the bell. Thank you so much. You have been wonderful. And I will see you guys really soon. Please let me know in the comments if there are any other celebrities or prominent people you would like me to cover on my channel. Thank you.